Small is Beautiful by E F Schumacher. Read by John Sackville. Introduction by Jonathan Porritt. Small is Beautiful is 20 years old. When it was first published, there was no instant fanfare, no rave reviews. To begin with, sales were very modest, but increased steadily every quarter until both the book and its enormously popular title were suddenly everywhere. And they still are, 20 years on. Countless people in dozens of different countries have been deeply inspired by this little book, impressed by the clarity of its key ideas, and moved to do more in their own homes or workplaces as a direct consequence of it. The achievement is all the more astonishing in that Small is Beautiful is, essentially, a collection of essays and speeches written and given over a number of years, more or less cobbled together as a series of overlapping snapshots. But even the repetitions seem to work, representing the same issues from quite different perspectives depending on the target audience or literary outlet. Overall, Fritz Schumacher was a great synthesizer, bringing many disparate concerns within the same frame of reference. He was the first of the holistic thinkers of the modern green movement. Rereading Small is Beautiful, one has a very strong sense of the rich tradition from which Schumacher himself gained so much. He is the natural inheritor of the insights of William Morris on the crucial significance of giving people access to good work, of Lady Eve Balfour and Henry Doubleday on organic farming and the importance of maintaining soil fertility, of Lewis Mumford on technology and the Industrial Revolution, of Gandhi, Kropotkin, Tawney, and Galbraith. All these and many more were stirred into Schumacher's pot to produce a work of wonderful vitality and originality. As the subtitle implies, a study of economics as if people mattered. It is to the problems of economics he returns time after time. Everything he wrote 20 years ago is just as relevant today, and the refusal of contemporary economists and politicians to take it on board remains all but inexplicable. As he argues so passionately, the cardinal error of our whole industrial way of life is the way in which we continue to treat irreplaceable natural capital as income. Fossil fuels are merely a part of the natural capital which we steadfastly insist on treating as expendable, as if it were income, and by no means the most important part. If we squander our fossil fuels, we threaten civilization. But if we squander the capital represented by living nature around us, we threaten life itself. Hence the continuing absurdity of human societies pinning all their hopes on achieving exponential economic growth, of measuring success solely in terms of increased GNP, and of ignoring the social and environmental externalities of contemporary consumerism. It's not that economists are ignorant about these things. They've been written about at great length over many decades. But they continue to treat them as minor problems, as irritating aberrations in a system that has otherwise proved itself to be both durable and flexible. Indeed, at one level, a lot has been going on. The OECD first called for the internalization of environmental costs more than 15 years ago. Governments have been burbling on about the polluter pays principle for almost as long. The United Nations has had a working party on alternatives to GNP that has produced endless verbose reports. A few pioneering countries have developed parallel systems for drawing up their national accounts, and a few pioneering economists have pushed hard to get environmental economics into the mainstream of courses in colleges, universities, and business schools. But nothing ever changes. Even interested economists seem entirely incapable of organizing themselves into any kind of proactive campaigning body to put some really expert pressure on the politicians. And here in the UK at least, there is no one of Fritz Schumacher's stature to make...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?